This is a very brief introduction to Schoology just to get you up and running in a hurry. So to log in, you need to go to this special website. Do not go to Schoology.com, go to the ISD 728 one. There is a link off the district site under Departments and Staff Resources. You can find it there. Or on each building site, there should be a quick link to Schoology. When you click on that, it's going to automatically log you into Schoology if you are logged into Google Apps. It's connected. It will bring you to the home screen where you'll see messages and dates for all of your courses. You'll find your course under Courses at the top and select the course off the list. All courses that are in campus are preloaded if you are at the high school and middle school levels. If your course is not on the list, talk to your digital learning specialist or tech mentor and they can help you out. Once you're into your course, over on the left you'll be able to see your members. If you click on members on the left, those are the students in your class, and again those should be auto-enrolled. You also have an updates tab on the left. This is a good place to start where you can simply type in a Facebook style post. So I could type something like welcome to class. A lot of times teachers will put their daily assignments here or what they're doing in class so students who are absent can come and see what they missed. You'd simply hit post and that appears on the updates page for each of your students in class. The materials page on the left here is the other place that's a common place to begin. This is where you add your course materials. You'll see a little drop down box at the top. When you click that, you'll see the different options for adding things. It's recommended that you start by adding folders to organize your page. You'll get a simple dialog box when you get in here, and at the top you'll name your folder. So let's say this is Unit 1. You can put a description if you want. You don't need to change these settings at the bottom unless you want your folder to be hidden while you're working at it. And then click Create. This puts a folder on your list. And you may want to create multiple folders for the different units in your course. Notice you can also color code them if you desire to do that. You can build folders within folders if you wish. Simply click into the folder, and then you will have that same drop-down menu at the top as you had at the main screen. In this brief tutorial, we won't go into depth in all of these materials. You can find these in other tutorials, but let's take a look at a few. So you can add an assignment. That's if you want students to turn things into you digitally. You can add a test or quiz. We'll come back to that. But let's take a look at adding a link to a file or a website. This is a very common one. So let's say I just want a link to a website. I click on link, and then I paste in my URL. So let's say this is to Pictochart, so I can do some infographics. And I can call the link whatever I want it to be. I like to click this so that it opens in a new window, not in Schoology. And if I wanted to hide it, I could click this green circle. And then I can click Add. Now the students will have a link to that website. When they come in, they simply click on that and it'll take them there. If I wanted to upload a file, I could do that with the same one, except I would click here and I would upload that file. That would be for Word documents, PowerPoints, things like that. Although it is recommended you transition to Google Apps if you at all possibly can. We have this import from resources option at the bottom. This is very helpful. If you click on this one, you can import things directly from Google Drive. You would choose the apps icon on the left, choose Google Drive, and then select your file off the list that will appear. All of your Google Drive files will show up. So if I want this one imported, I would click on it, choose Import, and choose Import Link. That's your best option here. This will import as a view-only file, so students, when they click on it, they will get a document that they can see but not edit. And that's nice because it protects your original. If you update that in Google Drive, it's updated here. You have other options as well underneath your drop-down. Those options include adding a discussion so students can have a running dialogue online. You can add a page, which is like a website where you can embed videos, images, text, links, things like that. A media album is like a place where students can upload pictures or images and then comment on each other's pictures. And they're all very beneficial pieces. We'll take a look at the test or quiz first because that is probably one of the more common starting places. We won't go into depth on all these details here. You can check out the tutorials for them. But you'll see a lot of common pieces in the test. You'd always put your name, that's the name of the link. You will want to put due dates on these things. If a due date is entered, that date will show up on the right-hand side for the students so they would see when things are due. You can put a time and you can indicate how many points. If you're going to grade it, you do have to put a grading category. These are not linked to campus, you'll still keep your grades in campus. But note that you do have to do that. For grading, you can either grade them numerically, like scores out of 100, or you can attach a rubric. And if you click this rubric option here, this general, you can enter a rubric creator. Excuse me, not general. You would do that inside the test. A lot of times there'll be a rubric option there. Down on the bottom, you've got some other options. The most common one is to make it visible or invisible. We'll take a look at the other options in other tutorials. And then you can create your item. So once a test is created, then you can add your questions. There's the different question types. You can dig in and explore those. There's some general test settings over here. Again, dig in and take a look at what options you have and look at the advanced tutorials for more details. Just a couple last general things. Up at the top, you'll notice you have hyperlinks. This is your breadcrumb trail. If you click on these blue links, it'll take you back to that part of the course. So this takes me to the Unit 1 folder. If I click on the top name of the course, it takes me back to the home part of that course. Notice you have little carrots here where you can see what you have inside of each folder. And then each item has a gear to the side. This lets you go back in and edit that. There's also some options to move them around, delete them, and move to other courses. Again, you'll notice off to the right, the items that you put dates on will appear over on this upcoming list. Students will see that as well. And if you do want to see the student view, you can simply click the drop down, View Course As, and choose a student to view that course as. You may want to change the little default book here by clicking Edit Picture and adding your own logo. It makes it a little bit easier for students to pick your class off the list. And again, your course is automatically added for students, so students would come up to courses, they would see your option on the list, they would choose it just as you would, and they're into your course and they have access to your material. So this is just a very quick overview of Schoology. It's great for putting your resources out there for students. It generally will replace your need for a website, and it's also a nice place for interactive things like turning in assignments digitally, getting digital feedback, taking an online test, having a group discussion online. There are many, many options that we are not going to do in this overview, but take a look at some of the more specific tutorials to dig in deeper. Schoology is a great resource for your one-to-one classroom. And even if your students don't have devices every day, it's a great place to put your digital resources so when you have access to technology and computers, you can easily access them.